Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 54. I got him. Christian travel. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Mayo. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Check 31. Check 31. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
General West. Haywood.
Looking to throw. Kerr. Getting this into the hands of Turner. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Check, crunch, protein spill. Check 50, check 50.
They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
A shotgun snap for gone. He's got it complete to Thompson. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Goff on first down. It's caught. Smith. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Got it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the twins.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Set. 10 logo. 54. Marcus, defense, Marcus. Hey, wahoo. 54, right there, 54 miles. Come on, get it.
Back to throw. Maddox. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st down, Mayo, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
To throw on 2nd down. Kern. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Off the play fake. Kern. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And the Steelers first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now gone. They'll run the screen with Mack. The first down screen pass, good for 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now you run.
Goff throwing again. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
That's the way you fly the ball.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. To the air again. Gone. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14. 1-yard line.
Oh, that Q stuff, that ain't working. That Q stuff ain't working.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
He's not going to get me. Slam, slam, slam.
Again, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you, son. I got you, son. He's coming. Double up, double up. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready?
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Mayo. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
On 2nd down, Love. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
On the ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run again with Love on first down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Mayo. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Check 4. Check it out. What? Squeeze.
On third down, here's Love. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 27. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Goff on third and goal. Dumps this one off to Mack. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A 5-yard pickup brings up 4th down and goal.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and 10, Goff again. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Mayo. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Kerr. Campbell making the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Off-play action. Kerr. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense,
this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Now gone. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tiger.
To throw is gone. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Goff. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's gone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Any weapon. Kill. Shit. Go. Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kerr going deep downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. From the 31, Goff. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Merlin.
Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
22 Jet Bomber.
They'll run on 1st down. Mayo, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Check it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Love. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Off the play fake. Kerr. He finds Robinson. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the 1st. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Here we go.
Off play action. Kerr getting this into the hands of Turner. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Rock it.
Back to throw. Kerr. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Kerr. Able to find Turner. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Off play action. Kerr. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give running right is Love. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
6-6, pull it high.
On second down now, Mayo. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Mayo, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Bengals 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Steelers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.